In a world ravaged by war and destructive weather patterns, we need an agreement here in Baku to give hope for a peaceful future. June this year marked the 12th consecutive month that the global average temperature breached 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. We need to get renewed support for the Paris Agreement at COP this year. Giving up would be unforgivable, but success can help restore belief in multilateralism and restore confidence. The prize is not just to stop runaway climate change, but also to develop a new economy which delivers better sustainable development for all. We need to listen to our scientists. We need to listen to our partners in developing countries when they tell us what they need, and we need to see the whole world take seriously the consensus that was reached last year in Dubai on transitioning away from fossil fuels. Climate change is not something that happens in the future, somewhere over there. It's here right now, and it's already impacting on all our lives, in particular the lives of the most vulnerable in the poorest countries in the world who have the least responsibility for harmful emissions. Ireland is not immune to climate change. Our small island is becoming warmer and wetter. We see increased rainfall and flooding affecting our towns, villages and farmland. Marine heat waves threaten our biodiversity, and higher sea levels and increased coastal storms lead to further erosion of our coastlines. One of the most concerning impacts of climate change for us is the risk of the collapse of the Atlantic meridional overturning circulation, which brings warmer waters to our high latitude shores. If it was to weaken or to collapse, which scientists are now saying could be happening faster than expected, it would mean that our temperate climate would disappear and we would be faced with freezing temperatures affecting our agriculture, our food security and our entire way of life. So Ireland's plan and vision to address this is set out in our yearly climate action plans, which chart our course for a 51% reduction in greenhouse gases by 2030 and going net zero by 2050. Our ship is starting to turn in the right direction. In 2023, we reduced national emissions by 6.8%, against the background of a rising population and a thriving economy, showing that it is possible to decouple emissions and economic growth. One does not come at the expense of the other. Increasingly, we will see that the adoption of sustainable solutions will be the key driver of economic stability and growth, with investment in green energy providing a cheap, secure and reliable source of power for our people. We recognise that developing country partners will need support to make this transition as well, to adapt and also to adapt to the impacts of climate change we're already seeing. At an earlier negotiation round in Baku last month, I heard a representative from the African Union make an impassioned plea. We don't want freebies, but we do want fairness. Access to quality, reliable and accessible finance needs to be ensured, especially for the least developed countries and the small island states. That's why in COP26 we committed $225 million in climate finance by 2025, more than doubling since 2020, and we will achieve that target on scheduling. We also want to see as much money as possible flowing to where it's needed the most, and other sources of finance are vital to do this. A mosaic of solutions, including private, philanthropic, domestic and innovative sources, will all be needed. Bringing climate action development together is at the heart of Ireland's and the European Union's position. The key to success in these negotiations will be building trust so we can deliver that fairness. This is the task that faces us this week. We have to come together to build trust, to ensure fairness and to make progress so that we can continue to build on the momentum we started last year. The stakes have never been so high, but I believe we can meet the climate challenge by working together, finding global solutions to a global problem, transforming the risks of today into the opportunities for our future. Thank you.